Howdy y'all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play Railway Empire. In the previous episode, we began to basically enter the automobile industry, as well as producing gasoline in Minneapolis, as well as connecting a couple of more industries together. And in this episode, we'll keep doing that, and basically trying to get at least a new locomotive. But for now, let's just focus on the automobile industry itself. I got 18 loads of steel, 6 loads of gasoline. That's producing 5. That has 5 cars available. There's a lot of toys in Indianapolis. Is there a freight train running between Indianapolis and Chicago? Yes, there's one carrying lumber. No, not lumber. You know what I mean. First, pick up some meat. Pick up some furniture. And then pick up toys. There we go. Now as the mogul delivers the load, then I'll have another engine take its place. Well, it's picking up meat, then it will pick up furniture, then pick up alcohol and paper, and then pick up toys. It's not big enough for paper yet, but it is big enough for alcohol. Let's see. Promoter. I think Indianapolis needs to grow. Please. There we go. Now let's see. What innovations can I go for this time? Well, I'm saving this Malay, as well as this and other things until the right year. Joshua Ranch. I don't think I even taken any train. There's no industries around here that need this. So, that's not going to be a worthy investment. Might as well upgrade this, as well as operate twice the trains for this. What else? Minneapolis is producing a lot of gasoline. I'll upgrade the weaving factories to produce more textiles. Let's see. Falls has. There needs more grain to be delivered here. 42 Mountain, no thanks. So, where will I collect grain? Well, if there's no grain to be delivered here, I might as well basically build something else. Before I do that, I'll need to check and see if any cities nearby need newspapers. Let's see. Bismarck needs newspapers. So, we'll basically place a printing press here. Which means a freight train between these two cities is now officially in service. Bismarck to Sioux Falls. I'll pay the blackmail so they can shut up. And put in the Brooks Mogul for this operation. Let's see. No speed bonus engineer. Speed bonus fireman, please. Security guard. Ooh, a bonus. Perfect. Let's see. Freight train F is waiting to depart. Oh. Let's see. It's heading back. So, this is stop number 20. Actually, what was I thinking? There we go. That'll fix it. Now it will pick up the mail properly at Bismarck again. And with this train carrying paper straight into Sioux Falls, now it can produce newspapers. And in return, it can also deliver clothing while the newspapers are being produced. Candy factory, there's sugar, and there's wheat. Huh. And the city is big enough for vegetables, too. We'll put in the prairie for this one. And then, basically, livestock near Charlotte, no thanks. Let's see. I'll purchase this, upgrade it a bit, buy the brewery, upgrade it a bit as well. Let's see. Use of air, no thanks. Let me check my ticket prices on every single route. I think there are no problems regarding price on all of my routes, so that's good. Spark is producing a good amount, but I think I need to expand the logging operation. So I'll basically operate another Shay on this line. Let's see. Now then, what cities need candies? Ooh, Minneapolis needs candies. So, let's see. Which kind of freight train do I have on this line? I don't have a freight train between Bismarck and Minneapolis. Now it's official. Let's put down the mogul again. Put a caboose. Put a security guard to increase my freight train's profits. No speed bonus fireman. Okay. So I got about 4 more years until I can unlock the Mika-do and replace my moguls on mainline freight. Well, the 260 moguls on the main line are starting to get a little old, so I think I'll probably just replace them with this class, the class Bs. Sure, they're not as fast as the moguls, but at least they would fit the part. Let's see. Brooks Mogul. Freight only. Perfect. It's not fast, but at least it's appropriate for the time period. Basically, kind of like the Southern Railway's K-Class 280s, handling the mainline freights for now. Security guard, inventor. Let's see. Well, I could always run trains from Atlanta all the way to Houston, but I'll have to build over this section here. Let's see. Let's curve off here. Build a bridge. And then reconnect here. And now, we basically have a main line over this one to take passengers into Texas. Again, these track connections can be quite a pain to do. Place down the signals. And now we can start operating a passenger train again. We'll travel from Atlanta to Houston over the new extension. Put as P. Put in the Rogers 10-wheeler. Put the new security guard on board. Operate a freight. Switch the starting location. Then put in the G5 280 on this one. So, basically, now with the new extension complete, we can basically now operate trains between Houston and Atlanta, Georgia. we still need a couple more innovation, well, some more time, to bring in the next generation of locomotives. King Colorado to Nashville. Whoa. That means I needed a little more lumber. Bureau of Investigation found it. Interesting. Now, it needs lumber. And where are the nearest source of logs? Now that I think about it, the Shay is a little too slow for this operation. Plus, there needs to be more than one train delivering logs to Memphis. So, 2 trains of logs pulled by a pair of prairies will handle this operation. And the more lumber we transport in, the faster certain tools can be made for exposition. Well, basically produced and then sold off. Here comes a train of gasoline coming into Nashville. Ooh, nearly $250,000 in profit. That is good. That is really, really good. Now then. Random breakdown. Miles City to Denver. Hey. You can have all the equipment and all the stations with maintenance facilities, and your train still yet break down. Portland, Maine to Pittsburgh. That's the mail train. So, since this train is heading back from Casper to Miles City, let's see, that is basically destination number 10, I think. No, I think it has to be, I'll just basically put Miles City, 2 cars between Miles City. I don't get it. The city of Casper is big enough to have mail traveling up to Miles City, but I just think they're just not happy with the mail train? I don't know. Well, at least the Atlantics are doing well with the transcontinental mail trains. Let's see, a connection with a local fruit farm. Houston could use some fruit anyway. So let's connect the fruit orchard to the railroad. And pass by the salt mine. Connect bonus receipt, $500,000. And because of the short distance, we'll probably put in the mogul for this one. Speaking of which, I wonder how my Tyson 10-wheeler is doing. I haven't replaced her in a couple of months. Let's see if I can still find her. Let's see. That's my moguls. I mean, my 280s. My moguls. I just realized I have over 320 trains in active revenue service. That is incredible. Let's see. That's my Mastodons. That's my Shays. My Colombian. My PRR D12. My Atlantics. My Rogers 10-wheelers. Ooh, we lost 870,000 in this quarter. That is not good. Let's see. My 10-wheelers, my prairies, my Malays. But Malone Farm still uses this old 060 switcher. Well, not for long, anyway. I'll probably replace it with a new mogul. This mogul, let's see, what else? Come on, let's see. I have a pair of Dragon engines that I don't need anymore. Let's just replace them again with the I think I'll probably just replace many of the ancient engines with those. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'll replace the Colombian. Let's see. And the number 51 Dragon. Okay. My Oklahoma to Kansas City passenger train hasn't been replaced. Oh, Lord. Just only 56 years in service, and the 10-wheeler is basically covered in rust and grime. It so needs a makeover. I think I'll probably replace this with the Colombian. I mean, the 242 Colombian was designed for passenger service, and although I use it primarily to handling raw material trains at an 1890s scenario, might as well basically do it this way. It's not what I want, but at least, however, this will work pretty well. And it does match the period era coaches. We got a new stoker, a new market crier, put it on comfort for more passengers, new accountant, no. Let's see. Probably put the speed bonus fireman onto my Carson City to Seattle special freight. Let's see, how is Seattle growing? It's growing nicely, but there's no sugar farm nearby to produce candies. So that has got to go. Let's see. What about a clothing factory? Or, better yet, a paper mill? Let's see. There's a huge amount of logs delivered, so better use that to my advantage. And now, this is a bit of a strange bug. Considering that 1910 is basically the last century, well, the last era you can play on, the funny thing is, in January of 1911, a month after the arrival of the new trains, the passenger cars here will not transition to the ones you see in a 1910 scenario. They'll stay like that for the entirety of the game, which doesn't make absolute sense. So basically, you're stuck with these Celestial coaches for the rest of the game if we do a full century one. And since it's 1911, we can now unlock the Mika-do 282, which is based on the Southern Railway M-Class 282 Mika-do. And this one can be very recognizable if you're a rail fan, as this is basically based off of the Southern Railway 4501 and its Southern Railway Crescent-inspired livery during the early years of the Southern Railway steam program. Now then, we'll place the Brooks Moguls on freights, well, actually, the B's class on freights, and now, with the new B-class locomotives in freight operation, our locomotives are going to do so pretty well on these new freight operations. Let's see. Washington to Pittsburgh. I don't think I have a freight train between those two. Might as well do it anyway. So I can show you the new Mika-do and its capabilities in handling a heavy freight. Well, let's see. Pittsburgh needs clothes, and the city is not producing any. Oh, that's because the tailor hasn't been grown. And the paper mill needs to be grown too, but there is no lumber coming in. Might as well operate a spare train on the return trip. But as we reach this new century, I think the 262 Prairie will basically replace all the original Brooks 260 Moguls. And with that, we basically now have a very modern fleet of steam locomotives. And I think this will basically call an end to this episode. So if you like this episode of Railway Empire, be sure to leave a like and a comment, as well as subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for further content, as well as for new uploads occurring at 12 p.m. Central Standard U.S. time. This is Texas Gaming Industries saying thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!